I'm Lucy Lomax, and I'm here today to teach you some yoga to open up the chest, to open up the upper back, to strengthen the body. And so we'll be paying particular attention to working with upper limb limitations. So whether you have partial limbs, no limbs, we're going to be working from the shoulder joint itself. So right from here. So regardless of what is available to you, our movement is going to be in the upper chest and in the tops of the arm bone and the shoulder socket area, and then your shoulder blades on the back body. So that's where we're going to work in as far as the upper body goes. So let's get started. You can start seated on a chair. If you're seated on a chair, you can sit towards the front of the chair with your limbs, if available, forward of your knees. If you need more support, you can sit back further and do the best to be able to sit upright rather than sort of slumping backwards. Yeah. So sitting on a chair is optional. You can also sit on the earth. All right. And you can do sort of this little walk your hips from side to side. Pardon me. And that will help to sort of open the hips a little bit. And then just allow the limbs to relax. And focus on keeping this heart center. This is what we call the heart center, the collarbone area, the breastbone area. And we want to feel that that is open. So that's where we're going to focus today. So just close your eyes for a moment or softly focus them by looking forward and down towards the earth. So just to sort of let go of outside visual stimuli and just start to notice that you're breathing. In yoga, we inhale and exhale through the nose. Just nice, gentle inhale, nice, gentle exhale. And when we breathe in and out through the nose, we tend to get more of a slower, smoother breath. And it's also a naturally cleansing breath because the little hairs in your nose provide like a filter. So if you're able to breathe in and out through your nose as we start, it's just kind of a nice way to bring your focus to right here, right now, what we call being in the present moment. So just a breath or two to connect with your inner workings, if you will. Your breath sort of brings you to this internal focus instead of our connection to the busy outside world. And then after you've done a few breaths to bring you present, please slowly open your eyes. All right, and then let's do some warm-ups. And as we do the warm-ups, let's start by warming up our voice, because also when you warm up the voice, you're warming up vibrationally the energy in your body. It actually connects the breathing that we do, the voice, the movement connects to what's called the vagus nerve, which connects to your parasympathetic nervous system, which means that's the rest and digest function. And there's enough crazy stuff going on that we really need more resting and digesting. Yeah. All right. So wherever you're sitting or standing, if you want, take a nice breath in and a nice breath out. Then take your limbs forward, whatever's available for you. And then as you inhale, like you're drawing in energy, you can bring the air into the lungs with or without the support of the arms. And then as you exhale, make a nice ha sound. Inhale, a nice breath in, take the elbows back if available. Exhale, press away. One more breath, inhale. Good. All right. So just clears the air, clears the sinuses, does a few things like that. All right. So I'm going to stand to do these warm-ups. You may stand along with me or again, sit on the floor, on the mat, or on your chair. All right. So the first thing we're going to do is warm up the side body. So there's 6 movements of the spine we like to do: side movement, twisting, rotational movement, and then the front and back of the spine. All right. So let's do the side movement. So stand with your feet parallel and slightly wider than your hips. All right. And sit on your chair if that's what you're doing. Now, as you inhale, take a nice breath in, allow the right limb to relax, and if available, take the left one up, or just move from the armpit and lift from the arm joint up Good. And then as you exhale, come over to the right. Good. Inhale, come back up again, left limb down, right one up, exhale to the left. So we're opening up this whole side body here, just moving from the shoulder joint again, from the armpit and the shoulder joint. Inhale back up, left arm up, right arm down. Good. Inhale, come back up, left arm down, right arm up, and exhale to the left. And one more time. 3 times is always good. In yoga, we like 3. Inhale and exhale to the right. Good. Inhale back up, left arm down, right arm up, and exhale to the left. Good. Inhale, come back up and just see how you feel. See, you've opened up that side body a little bit. Let's get a little rotation going. All right. So again, standing or sitting, take a nice breath in. And as you inhale from the armpit, raise the arm up to where it would be in what's called the T. Look like a T, right? And as you exhale, twist on the axis of your spine. That's here to the right. Good. Inhale, come back to the center. Exhale, twist to the left. So we're going to do that twice more each side. Inhale to the center. Exhale to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale to the left. Inhale to the center. Exhale to the right. And inhale, center. Exhale to the left. Good. Inhale, come back and allow the limbs to rest by the side. Now, we'll do something called cat-cow. So if you're standing, we're just going to bend the knees a little bit, okay? And then limbs can be at your side. On the inhale, you're going to lift the heart a little. And on the exhale right here, you're going to take the side ribs back. So the inhale's a lift. The exhale is a little bit of moving backwards. Inhale. So we're moving up the spine. We're working the spine here. Exhale. Inhale, heart lifts. That's a cow, the back of a cow. Exhale, that's your cat back. Yeah. So you do a few of those cat cows. All right. Now, and if you're sitting on a chair, it can be here. You can inhale, heart lifts, heart center lifts. Exhale, side ribs back. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, side ribs back. And again, you can just allow your limbs to rest by the side. No, we don't need anything else here. We're moving the spine and opening up again the chest here and opening up the upper back when we come this way. Good. All right, I'm going to come back up to standing. And now we're doing something called empty coat sleeves. And again, you're just letting the limbs hang. And we're going to just move and let the limbs do whatever they do. And again, you're just getting movement in the shoulder joint, not trying to do anything with the arms and hands. And also we're moving into the lower body. If you aren't able to move into the lower body, you can just stand stationary. This is harder to do on the chair. It's still doable, but you're just going to sort of let the arms hang. Yeah. That's sort of, again, we're moving from this shoulder joint. Okay. All right, now let's do some neck stretches, because when we have tightness up in this upper body, and everybody does, opening up the sides of the neck here and up into the back of the neck is a good thing. So I'll come down so you can see me better here. All right, and then you can again do this on the chair. You can do it standing, or you can come down and sit. All right, so the first thing we do is just sit upright. So again, we're going to be lifting. The lift that we want to feel is from the whole upper chest. All right, so we lift this breastbone and the collarbones up. And as we do, our shoulder blades will come down our back. That's the whole area where we want to focus today. This lifting up, which opens up the chest, and the shoulder blades down the back, which strengthens the back muscles and releases the tension in the neck. So let's help that a little bit more as we do some neck stretches. All right, so limbs can be at your side. Take a nice breath in, and as you exhale, just allow the right ear to come towards the right shoulder. And you can take a nice breath in here. And a nice exhale. That feels good. Neck gets tight when you're at the computer all day, doesn't it? Then inhale in and exhale back out. All right, now slowly on your inhale, bring the head back to the center, and let's do the same thing to the left. Take a nice breath in As you exhale, let the ear come towards the left shoulder. You're just letting everything else in the tops of the shoulders here just relax, be heavy towards the earth. Then you're going to take another nice breath in here. Good. All right. Now on your next inhale, bring the head carefully back to the center. Now, the next time we do it, you can do the same thing, or you have the option to turn the head on its axis, meaning we're going to take the ear to the side, and then you're just going to, as if you were going to look to the left or right. So here's what it looks like. Feel free to watch for a second and then do, or join me. All right. So breathe in. Exhale, take the right ear towards the right shoulder. Stay there if you want, or turn your nose like you're trying to look towards the right. And that's going to get into a deeper muscle underneath of some of the more surface back muscles. It's a muscle that connects to your shoulder blade that gets tight, levator scapula. Good. Now, slowly on your inhale first, turn your nose back to the center. And then carefully bring your head back to the center. All right, you can pause for a minute and see what it feels like on that side compared to the one you haven't done yet. So let's do the other side. All right, take a nice breath in. As you exhale, take the left ear towards the left shoulder. Stay there if you want. Or in your next exhale, turn your nose in the direction of the left shoulder and breathe into the whole right side of your neck and throat. We usually do a breath or two on each side. Good. On your next inhale, first turn your nose to the front, and then as you're ready, slowly bring your head back to the center. And just feel, hopefully you feel a little bit of freedom in there. That's what we're looking for. All right, so shoulder rolls. Again, I'll do these where you can see me well. So again, we're working from, this is the head of the arm bone. If you don't have it, your shoulder joint area, you can even think armpits, yeah? You're gonna roll, not up in your neck there. You're doing this just at the shoulders. So just rolling the shoulders back, arms just stay where they are. So we're going through joint mobility here for the next 15 or 20 minutes. Yeah. All right. So that's shoulder rolls. Then maybe you can do the hey, big spender move. Yeah. Right. Hey, big spender. All right. So you're moving separately and you're getting just a little deeper. All right. And then, okay, chicken wings. Yeah. So again, if you don't have limbs, you don't have to use, we're going to move as if you have an upper limb. All right. You'll take the elbows up and then bring them out to the side and then back around. All right. So we're going to inhale, elbows up. And again, if the limb is missing, you're just moving the same movement in the shoulder joint. Whatever is available to you, we're working here. Good. So chicken wings. Excellent. Good. All right. Now coming back from chicken wings, extend, if available, extend the arms out. And if not, feel that you're lengthening from the armpit just to whatever's available. Good. And then exhale back and inhale out and exhale back. Just range of motion in the elbow if available. Okay. All right. And then coming back. All right. And then cactus arms. And again, doing what you do to line up so that we're engaging more strength up in this upper part of the arms, cactus arms, or hold up pose. Yeah. All right. And then if this feels comfortable, you can take the elbows down closer towards your sides. And when you do, again, with whatever's available, you're going to feel that the shoulder blade tips on your back start to come together. So the shoulder blade tips are right here. And when we do that, the shoulder blade tips come together, which opens the upper back, which we want to do, and strengthens the muscles between the shoulder blades. And that gives you strength and openness, which is really good for mobility. Yeah? All right, so now, okay, so the next one is I dream of genie arms. Once again, with whatever's available. All right, and then as you inhale, you lift them up, okay, and you can even make a wish if you want. Good, and then as you exhale, try to make as if you're trying to pull them apart. All right, on the inhale, you just allow them to come back to the center. On the exhale, as if you're trying to pull them apart. Again, creating a little strength and openness here. Inhale again, the elbows, the hands come towards each other. All right, and then exhale, back. Good. All right, and then you can release the hands and arms down. All right, and now, all right, I'm looking, dream of genie, hug self, yes, yes. So inhale, take the arms out. Okay, and exhale, you can cross whatever's available. If available, you can hug. If not, you're just making this move of coming towards the center. Then inhale, you're coming out, either extended out or wherever, and back with this action of hugging. Again, here we're opening the chest, nice big opening. Here we're opening the upper back. Good, and inhale again. And with the breath, you get a lot more opening, and exhale, coming back. And inhale, opening, and exhale, back. And one more time, inhale, opening, and exhale, back. All right, then you can take the arms down, roll the arms back. Okay, all right, and then there's something else we call how wonderful. So we'll be doing that in a minute as we do a few standing poses. So on the inhale, you take the arm, you're going to take the arms, the limbs, cross them in front, and then open up. And then you bring the limbs back down as, you know, with whatever you have available. If your hands or whatever, you're going to do an external rotation of this upper arm bone. And that is really good, once again, for opening up the shoulders and the back. All right, so the inhale is crossing in front. Exhale is coming back around with the action of palms up. Good, exhale, bring your hands back down. Okay, all right, so I'm going to come back up to standing, okay, and yeah, we're going to do some for the rest of the body. So let's do some hip circles, okay? Hands and arms can be just relaxed. All right, so we're going to make pretend like you're cleaning out with your hips, the sides of your hips. These are hip circles. We're getting into the hips a little now. So you're cleaning out the sides of the almond butter jar, okay? You don't want to let any of that almond butter in there. It's way too expensive to lose. Good. All right, and then come back. All right, so let's get into the legs a little bit more. And again, feel free, if lower limb limitation, to be on a chair. You can do these similar moves there. So we're going to take the right foot out and internally rotate the leg, turning it in, and external and internal. So we're moving into the hip joint here. Just a little bit of rotation in the hips. And you don't have to do anything with your arms. Good. Same thing on the other side. Internal, external, turning towards the inside. And the whole leg is a unit to get into the hip socket. Good. All right, then come on back. And then let's move into the knees. So you can lift the leg up. I'll show you from the side. And these chairs you can hold on to. Okay, you can lift the leg up, show you from the side, and you can take it slightly back. So this is hip flexion. All right, knee flexion too, and then knee extension and hip extension. All right, so we're just doing a little bit of that on one side. And again, feel free. If this were steady, I would put my hand on this as if it were a wall. Okay, and then back, and then up, and then back. All right, so a little bit of flexing and extending the knee joint and the hip joint. Good. All right, so that should help us feel a little bit more warmed up. And now let's do something called mountain pose, and we'll do a nice little pose with it. So mountain pose is when you're standing straight. All right, you're standing upright. And again, if you're seated on a chair, this is seated mountain pose. Okay. All right. So this is called powerful pose. So I'm going to show you from the side. This is your hip crease. So whenever you bend your knees, if you're going to bend forward, you don't want to curl like that. You want to take the hip crease back, bend your knees. All right. And then with whatever's available, you're going to take the arms forward or let them hang. Okay. So this is going to warm up your legs. You'll feel this in your thighs and many other places. And this is called powerful pose. Good. And on your inhale, you'll come back up. Whew. Let's do that once again. So take a nice breath in. As you exhale, hinge at your hip crease. Take your bottom back as if you're going to sit on a chair and take your arms out. All right, if you're standing, you can do it once more. If you're on a chair, you're going to maybe come forward like that. Woo. And that's going to warm you up as well. Good. All right. So that's powerful pose, standing or on a chair. All right. Now, lunge, I showed you how to do lunge standing. So I'll show you what you can do. So this is a nice sturdy piece of furniture. You can do this at a kitchen counter as well. So you come close to where you can hold on to a counter. I'm going to step the right foot forward and the left foot back, and I bend the right knee. All right. And this is lunge. Now, you don't have to step back that far. You might be here, and you don't have to hold anything. All right. You can do this close to a piece of furniture. You could also have the hip that's bent against the wall or a piece of furniture or in your kitchen. Yeah, so that's lunge. That's going to open up the hips, and the way that you're positioned opens up the chest as well. So that's a variation on lunge. All right. Now, one of the next one is standing poses. Lateral standing poses are what we do in almost most yoga classes. And they make you strong in the legs, open your hips, strengthen the spine, open the back. What's not to like, right? All right, so you'll take a wide stance, and I'll show you how to do it seated on a chair in just a sec. All right, so we're going to go to the right first. So step the left heel back. Turn the right foot out. So it's parallel with long sides of the mat. And you want to be sure you're on a steady surface when you're doing something like this. In your bare feet, you usually have better traction. So a yoga mat's good, or a rug that's non-slippery or tile, as long as you can keep your feet nice and grounded. Good. All right, now here's where I would do this how wonderful move, because as I do it now, my shoulder blades are on my back. Now I take a nice breath in, and as I exhale, I'm going to press into this back leg, bend the front knee, look over the front fingertips. And this is Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. All right, and that's how you do it standing. All right, and what we do on one side, we want to do on the other side. So you'll lower your limbs, straighten the front leg, turn the feet together, and now you'll go to side 2. If you're doing it on a chair, you can do it like this. All right. You can sit on the chair and take the back leg back and bend the front leg, and Warrior 2. All right. So you can do side 2 standing, or you can do side 2 seated on a chair. And again, you're just moving from the armpit, whatever limb is available to you. Good. Exhale, hands down. All right. If you're on the chair, you're going to bring the back leg in and the front. And if you're standing, you can step back to the center to mountain pose again. All right. The next one is extended side angle. All right, so we're going to take the feet nice and wide again. This nice wide feet gets you really working the whole leg, especially places that are tight. Your hamstrings, your adductor muscles up in the upper inner thighs, those get tight. So this is good. Plus, it helps to lengthen the spine. You have to stand upright when you're doing this. All right, let's go to the right first. Step the left heel back a little bit to internally rotate this left leg, good for your hip. Step the right foot out 90 degrees. All right, now we're going to do the same thing with the legs that we did last time, but this time have your limbs close to your side so that the shoulders are sort of back. Good. All right, and you take a nice breath in and bend. And I'm just having my hands here as if they're not doing anything. Yeah, good. All right, so this is the pose. Now, maybe I lean a little bit more forward, and if available, I can if there's a forearm available, I can put that there. If not, I have to really work to keep nice and long here. All right, and again, if available, you can take this upper limb up, or you just keep your hands here. And this is going to be a lot of good work to turn open laterally and keep the chest open and the upper back open. All right, inhale, come back up, turn the feet parallel. Let's do side 2. Step the right heel back, turn the left one out to 90. Breathe in, breathe out, press into the back leg, bend the front. All right, and you may staying upright. That's fine. You're working the legs and the side body, or you can hinge a little bit. Woohoo! And that's a little work. Yeah, that's a little. I'll keep you busy. That'll keep you present in the present moment. Good. Inhale, press the legs, come back up, turn your feet parallel, relax your limbs, and then step in. Okay. All right. So those are some really good ones. Now, triangle pose, it's pretty intense, but you can do it if you're close to something. And again, well, you know what? We're going to skip that one for now. We can do it. Take your left heel back, turn your right foot out. All right. So the same thing you just did on that side angle. This time, maybe you can take this upper shoulder towards something that it can be touched on. So this time now both legs are straight. Okay, before we had this one bent for the last one, now this is straight. So I'm coming so that my upper chest area, I'm resting my upper arm bone on this chair. All right, and again, you get to decide what you want to do with this top limb. If available, you can take it up. Good, inhale, press into the legs, come back up. We'll do side 2. Go both legs straight again. Take a nice breath in, get nice and long, shoulder blades on the back. Exhale, hinging again as you did before. And then you decide what you want to do, where you want to come. Yeah. So it could be that your head should turn this one the other way. Okay. Could be that the side of your head can rest here for your triangle. Yeah. So you can get creative. All right, depends on where you are and what you want to do. Again, inhale, come back up, turn the feet parallel, and heel toe, stepping back to where you were before. All right, so now let's do a balance pose. All right, like those weren't balances, right? All right, but now we're going to do a standing balance pose, tree pose. Okay, so once again, having something that you can either have your back against is a good idea. Having a chair, dining room chair, something that's nice and solid, kitchen counter to be next to, so that you have something that you can, you know, so that you have some security, that you're not going to fall. Yeah. All right. So I'm here. I'm going to use my right side of my body to sort of, I need to put this so it won't slip. You don't want your chair to slip. You want it fully on the mat. Yeah. All right. Then I'm going to come up on the, I'm going to bend the left knee and open the left hip. All right. And that's where you can stay. And again, upper limbs, mostly everything we're doing is open in the chest. We're getting the rest of the body engaged to help us extend the spine and keep the openness. Yeah. And that's your tree. Now, if you want, you can place this left foot against the right calf. All right. And you just open up the heart. Yeah. And this is your tree. Anywhere with the knee, it fits there, but you don't want to press on a joint. Yeah. All right. Then you can come out of that. Let's go to side 2. All right. My left hip is here on the chair, and I'm going to open up here. And yeah, you'll find one side is probably easier than the other. Yeah, that one's a little better for me today. And it depends each week. Yeah. Each day, actually. Good. Then as you're ready, you can release that leg and come down. So being able to balance is a really good thing. Being strong as you balance, being able to breathe, really good things. Okay. All right. So now we're going to come towards the end of what we're doing. We want to come do some quieting poses. So now, if you're able to come down to the ground, that's a nice way to end. All right, so I'm going to show you on the ground. If you're unable to come down to the ground, then you'll sit in your chair, and you can even sit back a little bit now, and then just close your eyes for a few. I'll tell you how to do the windshield wipers on the chair. Okay, if you're able to come down to the ground, then you lower yourself down. Okay. And then this is called constructive rest. Your knees are bent, the feet line up, outer foot lines up with the outer hip more or less, and your hands and arms are just relaxed. All right, you can take your feet a little bit wider now. And then as you inhale, knees point up towards the ceiling. As you exhale, you let both knees fall to the right. And then you inhale back to the center and let both knees fall to the left. Inhale back, exhale to the right, inhale back, exhale to the left, and one more time each side. Inhale up, exhale right, inhale up, and exhale left. All right, now if you're, take a breath there, if you're doing that in a chair, seated windshield wipers, we generally sort of do in and out like that because that's more stable. You can do it like this. You just don't want to, you tend to walk the hips forward when you do it. You can do it. Just be mindful that you're not sliding forward on your chair. All right. And then as we come to finish, and I'll show you on the floor in a minute, you can hinge forward. You can hinge forward and your belly on your thighs. All right. And you just take a few breaths here. You can have the hands and arms by the side. You can also rest the chest on a chair. So let's say your arms are relaxed at your side. So you can take a few breaths here. You can let the arms be back behind. So this is sort of your final kind of forward action, all right, to just kind of relax you. And if you're on the floor, you can draw your knees towards you and just sort of rock a little bit just on the back of your the bony part of your lower back, the sacrum, not your lower back. And you just take a few breaths here. And then you come back down with your knees bent to this constructive rest. And if you want, you can stretch the limbs out if available. And just as sitting on the chair as you lean a little forward, or sitting back if that's more comfortable, just take a few breaths. And since we're doing 30 minutes today, a minute or two of just lying on your back is always a good idea. So just feel the weight of your body on the earth. You may notice your breath may feel a little bit fuller, like you're breathing just a little deeper and perhaps a little slower. Because when we move and breathe in yoga, everything comes to a nice, balanced place. So just for the next 30 seconds, just notice your body. Notice your breath. Feel the weight of the back of your body on the earth. Sense a softness, perhaps on the sides of your throat. Relax your jaw, release the ears down towards the earth. Soften the corners of the eyes, the corners of the mouth. And just be with your breath for the next 20 seconds. Just notice. Then please bend your knees. Place the soles of the feet on the floor. You can do a few more of those little windshield wipers. And if you're on the chair, come back to sitting upright. Do a few more windshield wipers with the knees if you want. And then if you're on the floor, roll to your side and bring yourself back up to a seated pose for closing. And on the chair, come back and sit in seated mountain, which was where we started. And then just close your eyes and notice how you feel now. Hopefully you feel more open and a little more energized than when you first started. We call this a state of energized calm after a yoga practice. And then slowly open your eyes. And if it's accessible, you can place hands across the heart. And if not, just feel into the fullness of your heart. And thank you for coming today for this yoga practice. And I wish you a good day and a good time as you move through yoga.